My name is Sidhesh. Pillai. I'm going to start my presentation on the topic synergy of traditional financial modeling and AI technologies using Excel visualization tools. This is the presentation overview. First, we're going with the traditional models, then AI in finance, then discovery, Excel as a unified platform. The first section will be traditional financial modeling. First, introduction to financial modeling. The definition of the financial modeling is the structured representation of a company's financial situation. The main purpose for a company to make a financial model is to project the performance, aid investment decisions for future risk and management. The key users of the financial modeling is analysts, CFOs, planners. Now we go to the concept. What is traditional financial modeling? Financial modeling is a numerical presentation of some or all assets of a company's operation. Financial models are used to estimate the valuation of a business or to compare companies to their industry's competitors. Like, for example, if a company knows the valuation of its business, it can compare with its competitors and know in what area they are lacking and how they can grow themselves. Various models exist that may produce different results. A model is only as good as the inputs and assumption that goes into it. If we have accurate data, then we can compete with the competitors more efficient. In financial traditional model, there are three statement models. The three statement models includes the income statement, the balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Understanding the links between them is important for building models and is a classic interview question in financial services. First, the income statement. Income statement comprises of the revenues, expense, and net incomes, and also it tracks the profitability. For a company needs to know how much revenue it generates, what are the expenses they have to incur, and what is the net income they generate throughout the year. And it also track the profitability according to year wise. With the help of financial modeling, the company tracks the profitability. Is it going high or low year by year? Second is the balance sheet. A balance sheet is a statement of assets and liabilities. It is a snapshot of a financial health. Like, what are the assets of the business? What are the liabilities they have to pay off? That consists in a balance sheet. Then we have cash flow statement. The cash flow statement is an operating, investing financial activities. Reconciles net income to cash. Means the cash flow statement includes the operating expenses, investments, and the financial activities of a company. It comes into the net income of the cash. Now we go with discounted cash flow, that is DCF. It estimates present value of future cash flow. Means the company can estimate the cash flow. The company can estimate the present value of the company with DCF model by assuming the future cash flows. Means what cash flow they will receive in the futures by using a DCF. The discounted cash flow model is one of the most comprehensive valuation methods for estimating a company's worth. Valuation determines a company's current value by analyzing financial forecast of its profit, typically dividends or cash flow. Then we have terminal value and
Sidhesh, your voice is not audible.
Is it audible now, sir? Just a sec, sir. Hello, sir. Audible now? Hello.
Sidhesh, please speak loud.
Is it audible now, sir?
Yes, now audible. Try to speak loud, okay?
Yes, sir. Now we go with terminal value and WCC. Terminal value is a crucial concept in financial modeling that holds significant importance. It represents the estimated value of an investment or business at the end of a specific period. The value is essential because it helps analysts and investors access the long-term potential and profitability of an investment. By estimating the terminal value, financial models can provide a comprehensive picture of the investment value over time. Means in terminal value, if a company invests in a particular share, a particular investment, then by using terminal value, they can assess the long-term potential profitability of that particular investment. One of the most important steps is estimating the terminal value of a company is to discount it to its present value using an appropriate discount rate. The discount rate reflects the risk and the opportunity cost of investing in the company, and it is usually calculated as the weighted average cost of capital, that is WACC. The WACC is the average rate of return that the company needs to pay to its investors, both debt and equity holders, for financing its operation. The terminal value factor is the multiplier that converts the terminal value into its present value by applying the WACC. Now we go with ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is a method of examining a company's balance sheet and income statement to learn about its liquidity, operational efficiency, and profitability. It doesn't involve one single matrix. Instead, it is a way of analyzing a variety of financial data about a company. Ratio analysis is the cornerstone of a fundamental equity analysis. This means in ratio analysis, a company gets to know about the liquidity ratio, the operational efficiency ratio, and profitability means how much profitable they are, what are the liquidity ratio, means how much liquidity they have, etc. by using the by ratio analysis. Now we go with sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis shows how different values of an independent variable affect a dependent variable under a given set of assumptions. Company uses sensitivity analysis to identify opportunities, mitigate risk, and communicate decision to upper management. Sensitivity analysis is deployed in business and economics by financial analysts and economists and is also known as what if analysis. Means in sensitivity analysis, analysts have to find the opportunity to increase the profitability of a company or the risk the company may occur in future, and to discuss it with the superiors how they can manage the risk and bring profitability to a company. In considering all this, sensitivity analysis is required. Now we go with scenario analysis. Scenario analysis is a process of estimating the expected value of a portfolio after a given period of time. Assuming specific changes in the value of the portfolios, securities or key factor take place, such as change in the interest rate. Scenario analysis is commonly used to estimate change to a portfolio's value in response to an unfavorable event and may be used to examine a theoretical worst case scenario. Means in scenario analysis, we have to think about scenario like what if in future the interest rate falls, the portfolio might affect, and we have to manage the risk in present only. Means for the future risk, we have to come up with a solution now so that the finance those at the finance of the company does not fall or the profit does not decrease for the company in future. Now we go with data validation. Data validation is a process of ensuring that data is accurate, consistent, and formatted correctly before it is used for analysis, reporting, or decision making. It involves systematic checking and cleaning data to prevent incorrect, incomplete, or relevant data for entering a database.
thereby safeguarding the reliability of subsequent analysis. Like if a data is not correct and we use it for financial modeling, the risk alignment, the profitability ratio can be differ, and we cannot get a proper and correct profitability ratio or the risk that will be occur. But if the data is correct and have all the elements in it, then we can predict the profitability in future and the risk that will come along with it. Now we go with solver and goal seek. Goal seek determines what value needs to be put in a cell to achieve that described result in a formula cell, as it allows varying the value for one cell. Solver can solve equation that uses several variables, so it can be used to determine what values needed to be entered in multiple input cells to achieve the described result. Means first we go with the goal seek. In goal seek, the goal seek means for in the formula bar we put a particular thing, that a particular goal we needed for what we are to achieve. And in solver we use the equations by putting several variables to determine which value is needed, that will help us to understand and describe the goal and solve the equation. Now we go with data tables. A data tables is a structured arrangement of data made up of rows and columns, allowing users to systematically organize, display, and access information. Each row typically represents a single record or entry, while each column represents a specific attribute or variable related to those records. Data tables are essential for sorting information that can be retrieved and updated as needed. Means in a data table, in a data table means it is a document comprising of columns, rows, and cells that contain specific value. The data table stores the information that we retrieve from people, and we can update it later according to the information we get in future. Human error risk. In traditional financial modeling, human risk occurs many times, as it's completely based on human. Human is not perfect. Human can make risk, like from a misplaced keystroke to a certain decision based on faculty assumption, quality assumptions. Human error is one of the most common and costly contributors to accidents, failures, and safety incidents, especially in high risk industries like aviation, healthcare, construction, manufacturing, and also financial modeling. A, hum- a human cannot be perfect, as there will be risk according to person. Some risks, like some negligence of data, some invalid data may perform the profitability ratio to go down or up. So not everything we do is risk free. Version control issue, that is VCS. Version control system are tools that help track and manage changes to the code, documents, and other files. They are essential for collaboration, maintaining code integrity, and managing software development efficiently. Version control is basically a software tool that tracks and manages changes to files, primary source codes over time. It allows multiple developers to collaborate on a project, enabling them to work simultaneously and merge their changes without conflict. It also provides the ability to pivot to previous version of files, which is crucial for debugging and recovering from errors. Now we go with lack of collaboration. It can manifest in various ways, such as failure to work together, lack of teamwork, ineffective collaboration, lack of coordination, and lack of cooperation. Poor communication can be one of the first symptoms and cause of poor teamwork. It means it is a situation where individual or team within an organization are not effectively working together to achieve common goals, often due to communication breakdowns, unclear roles, or lack of shared visions. This can manifest as duplicated efforts, like missing the deadlines or decrease in productivity due to lack of communications and teamwork. Now we go with data constraints. SQL constraints are rules applied to the columns of a table to ensure the accuracy, reliability, and integrity of the data. They limit the type of data that can be inserted into a table, thereby enforcing data integrity and preventing invalid data from being entered. Data constraint is simply basic the rules or limitation imposed on data to ensure its accuracy, consistency, and to adherence to specific requirements. They define what type of data are acceptable within a database or a system, preventing wrong data preventing wrong data to be entered into the database. As constraint act as a gatekeeper, enforcing rules at the data level and maintaining the integrity of the information. Now we go with time intensive nature. Large models take hours to build, time bounded in nature. It means task or process that require significant amount of time to complete. It implies that the activity is lengthy and may involve substantial efforts or duration, potentially impacting other activities or schedules. In the context of nature, spending time that means as a model is large and it will be a time consuming in nature, so it take hours to build a model and it will be time intensive in nature. Now the first session, that is the traditional financial modeling, is done. If there are any questions you can ask. Okay, then now we are going with session B, that is AI integration. So now we go with AI integration. Basically, what is an AI? AI means artificial intelligence. Is technology that enables computers and machine to stimulate human learning, comprehension, problem solving, decision making, creativity, and anatomy. That means AI is a set of technologies that enable computers to perform a variety of advanced functions, including ability to see, understand, and translate spoken and written language, analyze data, make recommendation, and many more. Ethical AI use. Ethical AI use is mission critical in today's AI driven world. It binds together various stakeholders to collectively foster an environment that prioritizes human, respectful, and beneficial interaction with artificial intelligence. By following ethical guidelines, organizations and developers can harness AI capabilities in a way that honors values of fairness, accountability, and social benefit. It means the development and use of artificial intelligence in a way that aligns with human values and principles, ensuring fairness, transparency, accountability, and respect for human rights. It involves minimum potential harm, preventing biases, and and promoting responsible AI practices. The core principle of AI is ethical AI is fairness, transparency, accountability, privacy, safety, human values. Now, business relevance today means how AI is relevant in business in today's world. It helps a business to have faster modeling, better accuracy, real-time AI-driven insights. Means if a business wants to know about how the market works and how the competitors have advantage or lead over the market, they can use AI and build a model and make multiple models by accessing various risk factors and have the competitors to align with it so they can know how they can grow their business and make it a number one business in the market by using AI. Now we go with machine learning basics. Machine learning, that is ML, is a subfield of artificial intelligence that focus on developing algorithms that enable computers to learn from data and make prediction or decision without being explicitly programmed for each task. This technology allows machine to improve the performance over time by identifying patterns and relationship within datasets. It basically means the use and development of computer systems that are able to learn and adapt without following particular instructions by using algorithms and statistical models to analyze and draw interference from patterns in the data. Means it learns from the data. Now we go with deep learning. Deep learning is transforming the way machine understand, learn, and interact with complex data. Deep learning mimics neural networks of the human brain. It enables computer to autonomously uncover pattern and make informed decision from vast amounts of unstructured data. It typically means a type of machine learning based on artificial neural network in which multiple layers of processing are used to extract progressive higher level features from data. Then this prototype will be used of a combination of deep learning. Deep learning is also a subset of machine learning that uses multi-layered neural networks called deep neural networks to stimulate the complex decision-making power of the human brain. Some form of deep learning powers most of the artificial intelligence application in our lives today. Now we go with natural language processing, that is NLP. Natural language processing, that is NLP, combines computer science, artificial intelligence, and linguistic to facilitate interaction between computers and humans using natural language. It allows machine to process and analyze large amounts of natural language data, enabling them to perform tasks such as translations, sentiment analysis, and text summary. Basically, natural language processing is a subfield of computer science and artificial intelligence. It uses machine learning to enable computers to understand and communicate with human beings. Natural language processing enables computers and digital devices to recognize, understand, generate text and speech by combining linguistic understanding, the rule-based modeling of human language together with statistical modeling, machine learning, and deep learning. This means the NLP helps the AI to understand humans and to communicate with them in a neutral language by using computer science, artificial intelligence, and to perform the task like giving a translation for a particular language, like a foreign language, or doing an analysis, or giving a summary, or a small description about a text or a content. Now we go with robotic process automation, that is RPA. Robotic process automation, that is RPA, also known as software robotics, is a technology that uses intelligent automation to perform repetitive tasks or repetitive office tasks typically done by human workers. This includes extracting data, filling in forms, moving files, and more. RPA basically means RPA basically means it's a software that uses bots to automate repetitive tasks. This eliminates the need for human intervention means a human is not needed for that task. The robot can handle it, or optimizing processes while enabling employees to focus on more important tasks. Means if a robot do a less important task, the employees can have more focus and do an important job that is given to them, and the robot can handle the job that is not important, that can be used in that can be required in days. Regression model. Regression analysis is a statistical technique used to understand the relationship between a dependent variable, that is the target, and one or more independent variable, that is predictors. This is widely used in various fields such as finance, economics, marketing, and medicine to make prediction and draw conclusion based on data. Basically, what is a regression model? A regression model provides a function that describes the relation between one or more independent variables and a response dependent or target variable. For example, the relationship between height and weight may be described by a linear regression model. A regression analysis is the base of many types of prediction and for determining the effect of target variables. When you hear about studies on the news that talk about fuel efficiency or the cause of pollution or the effect on screen time on learning, there is often a regression model used to support their claims. There are different types of regression models. There are linear regression models where the relation between inputs and output is in a straight line. Then we have multiple regression model, which indicates there are more than one input variables that may affect the outcome. Then we have non-linear regression model. A linear model may work for some parts of the marketing. When we can use this regression analysis model, there are many benefits to being able to establish a statistical significant correlation between important business outcomes. By doing so, you may be able to make important business decisions made on industrial indicators. Example is any correlation you can establish between GDP, consumer confidence, or industry benchmark, and your own business, which may help with investing or strategies. Means if we make a regression, it means if we make a regression, that is relation between the GDP, consumer confidence, or an industry benchmark with our own business, we can understand what is the difference between that and how we can make it similar or a progressive one. Now we go with decision tree. A decision tree is a decision supportive recursive partaining model, partaining structure that uses a tree-like model to represent decision and their possible consequences, including chance event outcomes and resource cost. It is often depicted as a simple diagram that illustrates different choices and a potential result aiding in decision making. It means a decision tree is a non-parametric supervised learning algorithm, which is utilized for both classification and regression tasks. It is a hierarchical tree structure which contains of a root node, branch, internal nodes, and leaf nodes. Now we go with neural networks. Each node in a neural network functions similarly to a linear regression model. It receives input data, applies weight and biases, and produces an output through an activation function. It means a neural network is a machine learning program or a model that makes decision in a manner similar to a human brain by using processes that mimic the way biologically a human brain neuron works. We have to identify a phenomena, weighs options, and arrive at a conclusion. Like if there is a task given to us, our brain, if a task is given to a human, the human brain comes up with phenomena or options how the task can be performed and what is the best possible way to perform the task and get the conclusion on the task. The the neural network works in a similar way, like it uses machine learning program to come up with our options, conclude options, and uses the option to come with the best possible conclusions that can be done in a faster way. Now we go with time series forecasting. Time series forecasting is the process of using historical data to predict future values in a sequence measured over time. It analyzes past trends, patterns, and seasonality to estimate upcoming outcomes, such as sales, weather, or stock price. It means time series forecasting occurs when you make scientific prediction based on historical data. It involves building models through the historical data after we analysis it, and using them to make observation and drive future strategies, decision making. An important distinct in forecasting is that at time of the work, the future outcome is completely unavailable and can only be estimated through careful analysis and event-based priors. Like for example, uh, if we use the historical data of a particular product and make a thorough analysis of it, then we can use the present trends of that particular product. After analyzing both the historical and present data of the product, we can predict what the future of that product will be. Like it will be profitable, or it will have the same value, or the value will be decreased, or the product has to be, and when the product has to be make some changes for the product, etc. So time series forecasting helps us to understand the future of a particular product and measure it over time, so we can predict the future and help the product or our business grow. Now we go with anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is the identification of observations, events, or data points that deviates from what is usual, standard, or expected. It is a technique used in data analysis to find patterns that significantly derived from expected behavior, often indicating critical incidents such as fraud or system failures. This process is essential in various fields, including machine learning, data analysis, to ensure the integrity and reliability of data. Like has annu- anomaly detection has a long history in the fields of statistics, where analysts and scientists would study charts looking for any elements that appeared abnormal. But in today's time, ano- anomaly detection leverages AI and machine learning to automatically identify unexpected changes in the dataset's normal behavior. Anomalous data can be signally signal critical incidents happening under the hood, such as infrastructure failure, or breaking change from an upstream source, or security threats. Anomalies can also highlight opportunities for architectural optimization or improving market strategies or building a better financial models. For example, it is used in finance for fraud detection, in manufacturing to identify defects or equipment malfunctions, in cybersecurity to detect unusual networks activity, and in the healthcare to identify abnormal patient condition. Has anomaly detection is very important to find out if something is going wrong, so we can make changes and improve it. But with the help of AI, it's become easier to identify the anomaly and improve the data sets. Now we go with forecasting revenue. Forecasting revenue is the process of predicting how much money a company will make in future. It involves analyzing past performance data and estimate future income over a specific time period, such as quarterly or annually. This forecasting is essential for financial management as it helps organization make informed decisions regarding business strategies, budgeting, investment opportunities. Like has a revenue forecasting model are significant business practices that predict the future revenue based on historical data, future demand, and current trends. It helps the business to plan for growth, make informed decisions, and effectively manage their finances. As revenue forecasting is a foundation within the planning, business planning to help them anticipate the financial trajectory in the future. This helps them by analyzing historical data and current market trends to make informed predictions about upcoming revenue streams. The benefits we get by using revenue forecasting is it offers a wealth of benefits to the business, enabling them to improve resource allocations and navigate the ever-changing market landscape with great agility. The one of the primary advantages of a revenue forecasting business model is its ability to guide business in making well-informed decisions and resource allocation by accurately predicting future revenue. Companies can allocate their resources by directing investment towards areas with the highest potentials for growth and profitability. Now we go with credit risk scoring. Before going with credit risk scoring, there are any questions regarding the future previous slides? Okay, so I assume there are no doubts. Now we continue with credit risk scoring. Credit risk scoring is a statistical analysis of consumer credit report information used to determine a consumer's likelihood of defaulting on a credit obligation. It is used by lenders to help decide whether to extend or deny credit. A credit scoring model is a mathematical model used to estimate the probability of default, which is the profitability that consumers may trigger a credit event such as bankruptcy, obligation default, failure to pay, and cross default events. In a credit scoring model, the profitability of default is normally presented in the form of credit score. It basically means the credit risk is the profitability of a financial loss resulting from a borrower failure to repay a loan. It refers to the risk that a lender may not receive the owed principal and interest, which result in interruption of cash flow and increased cost for collection. Lenders can mitigate credit risk by analyzing factors about a borrower's credit worthiness, such as their current debt load and income, by using AI. As artificial intelligence helps the lender to gather information about their past loans and credit and make a thorough analysis how about their defaults or have they given their interest and loans timely and properly. By analyzing all the data, uh, lender can a lender can know about credit worthiness of the creditors, like what are the current debts and incomes, and if he is capable of paying the credit on time, loan on time. Now we go with customer segmentation. Hmm, Sorry. Customer segmentation is the process of dividing a customer base into distinct groups based on shared characteristics such as demography, behaviors, or preference. This allows business to tailor their marketing strategies and improve customer experience by targeting specific groups more effectively. By understanding this segment, companies can create more personalized and effective marketing campaigns. has personalization segmentation critical element of effective marketing for a business to grow. It allows an AI allows to target valuable customers based on the data they have about the customers as from where they come from, like where they live, what are the age groups, what are the preference, and what products they have buy in the past, and make a link about all that and create a segmentation about the customers which help the business grow and target the particular customer based on that. Now we go with detection. Fraud detection refers to a systematic process of identifying and preventing fraudulent activities, particularly in financial transactions. It involves monitoring transactions and customer behavior to pinpoint suspicious activities that may indicate theft of money, data, or resource. Various techniques and softwares are used to analyze data for discrepancy and irregularities, helping organizations mitigate risk associated with frauds. Sorry. AI has several use cases in banking and fintech, but fraud detection and prevention has the top of the list for any companies or a bank. The emergence of digital banking and online payment platform means the banks are no longer just a brick and mortar establishment. While this spells convenience for all stakeholders, it all opens the doors to fraudsters and miscreants in the financial space. Now we go with robo adversary. Robo adversary is an automated financial advisor that provides algorithm-driven wealth management services with little to no human intervention. They are also designed to automate the investing process, often charging lower fees than the traditional financial advisories. Robo-advisors offer personalized financial advice and investment management online, utilizing mathematical algorithms to manage and allocate client assets efficiently. It means in the financial modeling, a robo-advisor refers to automated algorithm-driven platform that provides investment advice and portfolio management service with minimal human intervention. They use computer programs to analyze financial data of the client, assess risk tolerant of the client, and create investment strategies tailored to the client that will help him make a profit. The key aspects of robo advisory in financial modeling is that it automated investment management. It is a data-driven decision making, personalized advice. It is accessible and affordable. Various level of human. There are less levels of human inter reactions. It means robo advisory are a form of financial modeling that leverage technology to provide automated, data-driven, and potential personalized investment advice and portfolio without need of any human intervention. And the client can do it at home also without going physically to meet the advisor, and helps the client to manage time. Now we go with black box model. A black box model refers to a system or algorithm that takes input and produces outputs without disclosing its internal mechanism or working. These models are commonly used in fields like finance, machine learning, and engineering to analyze data and predict outcomes based on observable inputs. In finance, for example, a black box model may analyze market data to generate investment strategies without revealing how it arrives at those conclusions. In financial modeling, a black box model refers to a complex algorithm or a software program whose internal working are hidden, making it difficult to understand how it arrives to its outputs or decisions. This model's primary focuses on input-output relationship using data to generate predictions or strategies without re- without revealing the underlying logic or calculations. Some characteristics of black box model in black block back black box model is opaque logic. The core logic, algorithms, and parameters of the model are not re- readily accessible or understand to the users. Focus on input output. The model's functionality is defined by how it transforms input data into outputs. Example, trading signals, risk assessment, or investment recommendation. High complexity. Black box model often involves integrate mathematical formulas, machine learning techniques like deep neural networks, and large data sets, making them difficult for humans to interpret. High accuracy. Despite the lack of transparency, black box model can achieve high accuracy in prediction, particularly when dealing with complex financial data or patterns. Example you can take common examples includes complex trading algorithm, credit scoring models, and fraud detection systems. But why we use black models in finance? It helps us to make an improved predictions. It is it is speed and efficient. We have a competitive advantage. Like their opaque nature can create a competitive advantage as rivals may not be able to easily replicate or understand their strategies. Now we go with generative AI. Generative AI, often abbreviated as Gen AI, is a type of artificial intelligence that learns from a large dataset to generate new outputs that mimic or are inspired by that data. This can include text, images, videos, and sounds in response to user prompts. The technology operates on AI model that extract underlying patterns from the trading data, allowing them to create content that shares similar characteristics with the original data. Now we go with data bias. Before that, anyone has any doubt or questions regarding the previous slides? Okay, I assume no one has any doubts, so we can continue. Now we go with data bias. Data bias occurs when the data used in analysis or machine learning models is not representative of the entire population or is skewed in a way that distorts the result. This can happen due to various factors, including how data is collected, the selection of samples, and the inherent biases of the individual involved in the data processing. As data bias can occur with incomplete or inaccurate data fails to accurately reflect the overall populations, means if there are population of 2000 and we need a data of 2000 people, but we get a data of only 1000 people, and because of that we don't have enough data to get a perfect to get an accurate decision making or a accurate factors or how or what happens in the particular area, as the population as the data of the entire population we don't have of the particular area, because of which data bias makes it difficult to understand and to predict what is necessary and what is to be done, as we don't have enough or correct data. Now we go with regulation and compliances. Regulation refers to the rules and requirements set by the government authorities that organizations must follow to operate. Compliance is the act of keeping an organization in line with these rules and regulations. While compliances can be voluntary, such as following internal policies, regulatory compliance is mandatory, and failure to comply can result in penalties. As we understand, let's go with financial regulations compliance. It refers to the adherence of financial institutes to laws, regulations, guidelines, and specifications relevant to the operations. In finance, in financial modeling, these regulations are designed to maintain the integrity of the financial system, protect their consumers, and prevent financial crimes like money laundering and fraud. Compliances ensures that financial institutes operate within the legal framework established by the government bodies, such as Federal Reserves, the Securities and Exchange Commission, that is SEC, in the US, or the Financial Conduct Authority, that is FCA in UK. Why it is important? As it prevents from financial crimes, avoidance of penalties. Now we go with data volume challenges. Volume is one of the four main challenges of big data, referring to the sheer amount of data generated. With the explosion of digital technologies, organizations are generating more data than ever before from a variety of sources, including social media, sensors, and transaction systems. As we know, financial models rely heavily on the quality of data that they are built upon. However, data may not always be available, and finding the right data source is a significant challenge, especially for startups that lacks in historical data. Obtaining timely data can also be a challenge, particularly in rapidly changing market or industries. This makes it difficult to establish accurate baseline assumption for financial projection. As a result, it may be necessary to use alternative sources, data sources, and make assumption based and market research based on market research and industrial benchmark. How we can overcome the data volume challenges is that the financial model, although the financial modeling challenges may seem daunting, they can be overcome by following some best practices. These practices are designed to ensure transparency, comprehension, and precision in your financial model. Some of the best practices include setting a clear objectives, simplifying the model for clarity, ensuring data integrity. Means if we have a simple and clear model, and first by making the objectives, we can know that we have the data available. If the data is available, we can make a clear objectives, and the model can be simple, due to which we due to which we have the data regarding to the objectives of the financial model. Cost and infrastructure. Cost and infrastructure. Infrastructure cost refers to the expenses associated with development, maintenance, and operation of a foundational faculties, and systems essential for an organization or economy, such as transportation, utilities, and communication networks. It means in financial modeling, cost refers to the expenses incurred by a company, while infrastructure encompasses the physical assets and systems necessary for a business to operate. Financial model uses these components to project a company's financial performance, assess investments, opportunities, and evaluate risk. Cost in financial modeling especially refers to all expenses, both fixed and variable, that a company incurs. This includes operating expenses, capital expenditure, cost of goods sold, research and development, and financial cost. Infrastructure in a financial modeling context refers to the physical and technological assets that supports a company's operation. It includes real estates, equipments, technological infrastructure, transportation infrastructure, utilities infrastructure. How cost and infrastructure are used in financial modeling? We can use cost analysis. The financial models analyze various cost components to understand the impact of profitability, cash flows, and overall financial health. Then we can use infrastructure investments. This model assesses the financial viability of infrastructure projects considering construction cost, maintenance expenses, and potential revenue generation. We have valuations. Model use cost and infrastructure information to determine a company's value, including their DCF, that is discounted cash flow analysis. We can use project finance, that is models are used to evaluate the financial feasibility of infrastructure projects, assessing debt capacity, valuations, and overall viability. In overall, we can say that understanding and accurately modeling cost and infrastructure is crucial for making informed financial decisions and achieving business objectives. Now we go with using OpenAI API. The AI API is a powerful application performance interface developed by the OpenAI that allows developers to interact with sophisticated AI models such as GPT, as generative pre-trained transformers, and DAL-E. The API serves as a bridge to leverage these pre-trained models for various tasks, including natural language processing, conversation generation, and image creation. It simplifies the process of integrating AI into applications, enabling developers to focus more on building innovative solutions rather than managing complex underlying AI algorithms. Has has now OpenAI's advanced machine learning algorithms are being used by financial institutions to analyze vast amounts of data and extract valuable insights. This enables better decision making, risk assessment, and investments strategy development, ultimately leading to improved financial performance. OpenAI, a prominent research organization at the forefront of AI development, is leading the way in creating cutting edge AI technologies that are being harnessed by financial services industries. The integration of AI, advanced algorithm, and machine learning is not only revolutionization establishing financial service but also enabling the emergence of groundbreaking startups and setting the stage for future trends that will define the industry in the years to come. As we know, there are AI-driven financial analysis. OpenAI's advanced machine learning algorithms are being utilized by financial institutions to analyze vast amounts of data. Then we can also do fraud detection and prevention. Financial institutions are also using OpenAI's model to enhance their fraud detection and prevention system by analyzing transaction data in real time. AI-driven systems can identify suspicious pattern and flag potential fraud. OpenAI also uses robo-adversary services. OpenAI machine learning models are at the core of many robo-adversary platforms which provide automated investment management service to the client. These AI-driven services can generate personalized investment portfolios. Now we go with AI commentary. AI commentary generates utilize advanced artificial intelligence techniques, particularly natural language processing and machine learning algorithms, to produce commentary that can sound human-like and is contextual relevant. They analyze real-time or static data about events like sports matches and convert that information into commentary. This can be audio or text-based. Now we go with Azure ML machine learning add-in option. If there are any questions or doubts regarding the previous slide, you can ask now. Okay, now let's continue. Azure ML add-in. The Azure machine learning add-in allows users to leverage the power of Azure machine learning without needing extensive programming knowledge. Users can access Azure ML machine learning tools and services directly from applications like Excel, streamlining the processes of creating productivity models and analyzing data. It basically means it's extending the functionality of a platform through custom components or integration. Azure ML add-ins involve adding new steps to the machine learning pipelines, integrating with other Azure services, or incorporating external tools and libraries. It's about Azure ML. It's about making Azure ML more versatile and tailored to specific needs. Now we got go with defining synergy in finance. It refers to traditional plus AI, that is enhanced insight. It means we use both the traditional method and artificial intelligence in a financial modeling. It is a combination of both traditional and AI methods. Combines proven method with modern tech. It basically is a concept that combines value and performance of two or more. It means we use both AI, that is the modern technologies like machine learning, NL, NLP, etc., to combine our traditional use of financial modeling, which help us to be human risk free, error free, and have a perfect and accurate predictive model conducted within time with speed and efficient. We go with rise of artificial intelligence in finance. AI's growing role in predictive analysis and automations helps to make financial decisions easier and faster. It also applies in trading, lending, and forecasting. Now we are in the era of rapid technological advancement. AI stands at the forefront of innovation transforming industries. However, AI's integration into financial institutions is not just a trend, it represents a fundamental shift in how these entities operates. Financial institutions traditionally rooted in conventional practices, that is traditional practices, and now are embracing AI to drive product innovations and ensure they remain competitive and relevant for future generations. The adoption of AI is driven by the need for greater efficiency, better customer experience, and robust security measures in the industry. How we can enhance the customer experience has one of the most visual impact of AI in financial service is the transformation of customer experience. Chatbots and visual assistants powered by large language models provide customer with 24/7 support, addressing their queries and solve their problems. AI-powered chatbots are capable of handling a wide range of customer interaction, from answering simple questions about their account balances to providing detailed information about the KYC details, how to perform, how to open an account, or the reasons behind the default of bank loans, etc. It also strengthens the security and fraud detection. Security is a huge concern for today's financial institution. With the advent of digital banking and e-commerce, fraud has grown to different levels. Without automation and intelligent tools, it's much more difficult to defend against online fraud in the modern era. Many financial institutions are leveraging AI for fraud detection and prevention through sophisticated machine learning algorithms. AI systems like this can flag suspicious transactions and interact in real time, allowing an institution to act swiftly and prevent potential losses. As we are know, the rise of AI in finance is a good thing, but there are also some challenges related to it. That is, the data privacy and security concerns are very much. As AI systems handle sensitive financial information, robust measures must be in place to protect this data from breaches and misuse. If our data, if our private data must is being leaked, there will be big issue in our life, as the data contains sensitive information about our customers' day-to-day activities. Now we go with analytical mindset. Analytical mindset, it consists of four parts, that is descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and perspective. AI drives this shift in financial modeling. It means an analytical mindset in financial modeling refers to the ability to systematically break down complex financial situation into smaller, manageable parts, analyze them using logical reasoning and data, and then synthesize this analysis to make informed financial decision making. It's about evaluating information, identifying patterns, forecasting outcomes, and ultimately guiding strategic financial planning and problem solving. Some of the key aspects of analytic mindset in financial modeling is problem identification and definition, recognizing financial challenges, understanding the root causes, and clearly defining the problem at hand. Then is gathering information and analysis, collecting all the relevant information from various sources, both the internal, that is financial statements, historical data, and external, that is market trends, economic indicators, and then crucially evaluating all the data, it regulatory data, and its accuracy and reliability. Logical reasoning and critical thinking. Applying logical principles to analyze financial information, identify cause and effect relationship, and assess potential risk and opportunities. When we have scenario planning and sensitive analysis, developing different scenarios based on varying assumptions and evaluating their potential impact on financial outcomes. This helps in assessing risk and make informed decisions. There are some the benefits of of an having an analytical mindset in financial modeling is it's make improved decision making, enables more informed and accurate financial decision, leading to better resource allocation and investment choices. Means having a analytic mindset, it helps us to make a well determined financial decision by gathering all the information and making an accurate financial decision that help us to invest in right resources and have the business grow properly. More effective strategic planning, it helps in developing robust financial strategies based on sound analysis of market trends and economic condition. Like how we can make a strategic plan by analyzing all the factors that affects the market trends and the economic condition, and based on all the based on all the conditions and trends, we can make a best plan that will help us to grow the business. In conclusion, we can say that an analytical mindset in financial modeling is not just about numbers. It's about using those numbers to understand the bigger picture and making judgments and drive financial success. Now we go with Google Sheet and AI plus AI. Google Sheet has introduced an AI function that can be utilized for various tasks such as text generation, summarization, sentiment analysis, and categorization of data. Some of the best tool that is Sheets Auto ML. Sheet Auto ML is a game changer in leveraging AI within Google Sheets. This tools allows you to build custom machine learning models within Google Sheets. Even if you don't have a background in machine learning, it simplifies the process of training and using AI models for data analysis. Some of the models for the Google AI models for the Google Sheets are Coefficient, Agilex, Excel Formula Bot, Simple ML for Sheets, and Prompt Loop. These all are unique AI tools that can help reduce manual work, automate tasks, and improve accuracy. Now we have budgeting with AI. Before that, if anyone has any doubts or queries or questions, you can ask now. Okay, now we can continue if no one has any questions or doubts. Budgeting with AI. Budgeting is a process of allocating financial resources to achieve specific goals. Traditional budgeting methods often rely on manual entries and statistic models, which can be time consuming and prone to errors. But AI in budgeting revolutionizes this process by employing advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques to automate tasks, analyze large volumes of data, and enhance forecasting accuracy. As we know, AI is transforming financial modeling and budgeting by enabling more accurate forecasting, dynamic scenario planning, and improved resource allocations. AI algorithms can analyze vast data sets, identifying trends, and predict future financial performance with greater precision than traditional methods. This leads to more effective budgeting, risk management, and strategic decision making. Now, we get to know how AI is being used in financial modeling and budgeting, enhanced forecasting and scenario planning, improved accuracy. AI algorithms can analyze historical data, market trends, and other relevant variables to produce more accurate financial forecast. Then we have dynamic scenario planning. AI-driven models can quickly adapt to changing market conditions and economic scenarios, allowing more flexible and responsive budgeting, reduced forecasting errors. By analyzing a wide range of factors and identifying hidden patterns, AI can minimize forecasting errors and improve the reliability of financial plan. Then we have automated data analysis and processing. In that, we have first faster data processing. AI can automate the process of gathering, standardize, and analyze data from multiple sources and save time and resources. Integration with existing system. AI can integrate with existing financial system and database, streaming workflows and improving overall efficiency. As when we are budgeting, we have to have a clear goal of risk management. It With the help of AI, we have advanced risk management like early warning system. AI can detect AI can detect indicators of financial distress or market changes, allowing proactive risk management, enhanced risk assessments. AI algorithms can analyze complex risk factors and their interaction, understand providing an understanding of potential financial risk. In conclusion, we can say that AI is revolutionization financial modeling and budgeting by enabling more accurate forecasting, dynamic scenario planning, and optimized resource allocations and enhance risk management. By leveraging AI-powered tools, organization can improve their budgeting system and have a good competitive advantage in the market. Now we go with Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulations helps forecast a range of possible results by stimulating the impact of randomness in a system. A Monte Carlo simulation requires assigning multiple values to an uncertain variable to achieve multiple results and then averaging the result to obtain an estimate. This simulation assumes perfectly efficient market. Monte Carlo simulation are increasingly used in conjunction with artificial AI. You can basically say that Monte Carlo simulation is a computational technique that uses random sampling to model the profitability. Prob- uh, sorry, that uses random sample to model the probability of different outcomes in a process that cannot easily be predicted due to intervention of random variables. The core of Monte Carlo simulation is rapidly sampling random numbers from probability distribution that represents uncertain input variables. In the simulation, they run multiple runs. That means the simulation is run many times, each time using a different set of random inputs. This process generates a large number of possible outcomes. It has a statistical analysis. The result from all the simulation runs are then analyzed to determine the probability distribution of the outcomes, which can be used to access risk, predictive future performance, or understand system behavior. In finance, Monte Carlo simulations is applied for option pricing, risk management. Now we go with alerts via AI. AI-powered alerts leverages advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques to analyze data and detect patterns that are not easily recognizable by traditional monitoring system. Unlike standard alerts that may trigger based on predefined rules or thresholds, AI-powered alerts dramatically adapt to new data, allowing them to recognize and alert users about significant events and anomalies in real time. For example, an AI-powered security system can use alerts when it detects unusual behavior or or such as a person loitering in a restricted area or or not wearing appropriate safety gear in working place. An AI alert is an advanced feature that eliminates the need to determine the thresholds, identifying the relevant dimension that you need to monitor, and sets to alerts to notify related individual and groups. In case of banks, AI alert ensures that every banker has access to the right data at the right time, directly into their workflows. Timely, relevant information leads to higher quality conversations, resulting in creation of new revenue generation opportunities. Instead of countless searching, AI alerts delivers information and insights proactively with unprogrammed AI. This saves time and boosts productivity so bankers can focus on value creation and business development opportunities. In AI alerts, many bankers, in case of banks, AI alerts have personalized alerts and information systems. They make the most of what you already have. It is secured. AI alerts have many uses and in many types of business, like in finance, in marketing, and in marketing, in development, etc. Many businesses have AI alerts, which helps them to grow and access information faster and make competitive with their competitors. That's it for the presentations. Thank you. If anyone has any questions, you can ask.